It's Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson, and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go from Lumen Field. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground.
J.J. McCarthy on the scramble.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So, 4th down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take.
Seahawks take over.
Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. And he's in! Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Vikings.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks nothing.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for their second possession. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back, 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Ivan Pace on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And the Seahawks,
They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Seattle.
46-yard line.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll run right. Here's Walker.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Vikings 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 9. Darnold now to throw. He keeps it himself. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
16 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Well, he's doing it all on this drive. He's throwing the ball well, and now he's able to use his legs to pick up good yardage and get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A loss of a yard.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down and 9. To throw is Darnold. A throw on the move. is caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
So he isn't able to move the chains, but I think this is still a great example to just point out that certain guys on the field earn the trust of their quarterback. And he wasn't even necessarily open, Mike, but he's still, hey, it's third down. Give one of my best players an opportunity to go up and compete for the ball. And he's going to continue to get more of these 50-50 opportunities when he keeps coming down.
And they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be first and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6?
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Jones. Room to run at the 40. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. To throw, it's McCarthy. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield. It's Kobe Bryant that time, up from his safety spot, gets there to make the play.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Here's Ryan Wright now. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Seahawks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and a yard. That is caught out wide on the RPO. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now Darnold. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
They'll try and run it with Walker. Good job on the ground to pick it up. Mark it at the 38, move those chains. 1st down.
10 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another 1st down.
24-yard line.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Room to run again. And he's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Myers now to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Vikings 7.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Price now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. They'll put Addison in motion. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this to the 35, and that'll move the chains. It's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And the Vikings first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Vikings.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it once more with Jones. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's McCarthy. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
On 4th down, it's Will Reichert time for this Viking field goal. This one from 52 yards away. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He'll drop this one down to the fullback. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. Shaheed in motion. Throwing, Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a 1st down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screen play.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Shotgun run now with Walker. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. He's tackled down by Byron Murphy.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's JSN. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
We'll try to pick this up with the jet sweep, and he will have the Seahawks first down. He's did appears that way, got it by maybe the length of a football.
So interesting play call here, Mike, right? So 3rd and short, we're used to seeing people just run it up the middle, just pick up a fresh set of downs, but so often, if you know exactly how the defense is going to align in there tight, there's a great opportunity to get the ball on the edge with some speed and pick up that first down.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Darnold now to throw. Flushed to his left. And he will score! Sam Darnold, touchdown Seahawks. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks are out to a 21-10 lead.
21, Vikings 10.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
This will wind up a Vikings first down as he gets past the 35 to about the 37.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Again, it's Jones. Again, he finds an opening. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. They get 24 on that one. First down, Minnesota.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Vikings, 1st down. A gain of 9.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
He runs straight ahead with Jones. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Rolling right. He runs with it. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
And the Vikings, 1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down, Vikings.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. There he goes again. And he'll take this one in. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Reichert now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings are back within 4. It's 21-17. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this 1st half. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold.
Darnold's pass complete to Kenneth Walker. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Vikings have the takeaway.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch. But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Down by Javon Hargrave. Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Darnold taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Vikings offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
In motion, it's Jefferson. On play action, here's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hopkinson, his tight end. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup at 9. And he's going to set up 2nd and 1.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And, man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit over-eager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Darnold to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Good for a Seahawks first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Darnold. He'll step up and run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On second down, Walker. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down. It's a gain of 8.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Here's a designed run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
Second down, they need 7. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Now, Darnold. That is caught at the 3. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
That's another Seahawks first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Walker. And he's going to go backward. Taken down at the 6.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. He'll look to throw. For the end zone, but it's batted away. Incomplete. He was open for a moment. Defense closed quickly, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This about as short as you can get. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So Myers back out there, had the field goal a moment ago, now set to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Forced out wide. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
2nd down, they need 3. They'll put Addison in motion. On the handoff, Jones. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They're trying to run for the 1st down with Jones. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. First and 10 now from the 36. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
16-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively, and here you find yourself in a 1-score game. Mike, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Shaheed in motion. Throwing on third down is Darnold. He'll try to run for it.
Sam Darnold scrambles from the
This is all about sensing the pressure. You can see him keeping his eyes downfield as long as he can. But ultimately he decides, I got to tuck this ball and become a runner. He's able to avoid the sack, pick up some positive yards.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
Jason Myers.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense headed back to take over once more. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. The ball's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Third down and 9. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. The throw on first down is Darnold. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Taking the deep shot for Smith-Njigba. And that is incomplete. Jackson Smith-Njigba, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to...
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Tyrese Knight in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. They get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle.
McCarthy's pass complete to number 19, Adam Thielen. A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That's taken in, and a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. We're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's JSN.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll run right. Here's Walker. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Now he'll air one out, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Price now to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. This is Jones. What more could you ask for on 1st down? A nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
49-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw, it's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he will score. Game on. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Will Reichert now on for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Harrison Smith on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, Here's 2nd and 5. Darnold. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Walker. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
At the 42-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain there of 11. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Taken down back
at this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing, Darnold, nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Darnold to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
But it's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. A big one here in the fourth quarter. An even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a...
That is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're on to you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Seahawks offense getting set to get back to work. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
He's brought down at the
So now a timeout for the
37-yard line.
Vikings. That
It's
is
a
their
pickup of
first,
3.
and they'll get
Brings up
together
second
prior
and
to this
7.
second down play. They'll go play action with Darnold. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
16 yards.
That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first
and
down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Shotgun run now with Walker. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They'll run the toss with Walker. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go.
28-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now Walker. Good blocking to the 15. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. That's his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Myers now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Vikings 24.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Ty Felton now on the return. And across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. They'll come up for first and 10. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
McCarthy to the air on second down. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He's got this on target to Addison. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Byron Murphy getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down. Here we go. One final play. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.